4, 3.
It's that time of year again. We turn the page of the calendar and let the madness begin. It's been a crazy season in college basketball so far, but today I want to talk about the strongest conference in the land, the Big Ten. Bracketologist Jeremy Gray joins us. And Jeremy, I want to first ask, could this finally be the year a Big Ten team raises a banner?
I think there are a couple of teams with a puncher's chance to be able to raise a banner. I think the team with the best chance in the Big Ten Conference is Illinois. They've got the dominant post player and Kofi Cockburn. Frazier on the outside feels like one of those guards who is primed to have a big March. I don't see them as a favorite to win the NCAA tournament, but I could see it happening. If you'd have asked me this question in December, I would have put Purdue as one of the two top teams in the country with a chance to win, but they have really faded down the stretch. Even their wins haven't been particularly remarkable. Losing to Indiana on the road, you just had this feeling they were going to beat Indiana by 15, and Mackey didn't do it and then lost a lot of games down the stretch to cost them the Big Ten championship. But any team that's that solid in the post and has that dynamic of a player in the backcourt's got a chance. I suppose you got to say Wisconsin, though the Badgers don't particularly do well in the NCAA tournament, and you take Johnny Davis out of that rotation, and that's a team that doesn't make the NIT. I don't see a one-man band winning it, but I do see Illinois and Purdue as two Big Ten teams with a chance to win the NCAA championship.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have all these teams, and when you have all these good teams in one conference, it seems like they beat each other up a lot over the course of the season. So my next question is, do you think this tough schedule and with all these competitive teams in the same conference, do you think this helps them in the big dance at all?
Yes and no. Obviously, they're going to be tournament ready and tournament prepared. I think the Big Ten will have more teams in the NCAA tournament than any other conference. I see 8 teams making it. But because the conference is so tough, their seed lines are a little bit tougher. So the road to get there is going to be tougher because, you know, if Illinois plays in the Pac-12, they might end up being a 2 seed or a 1 seed in the NCAA tournament. But because they had to absorb some losses in league play, I have them right now as a 3 at best, maybe a 4. So I think it hurts them on the seeding line, but there is not going to be anything they see in the tournament that they haven't seen already in their own league.
All right, yeah. So we've heard about Illinois, Wisconsin, Purdue, but before we go, I need to know, you're from the Hoosier State. Where do you have Indiana at, and do they even deserve to get in?
Well, you know, right now, there's 3 Big Ten teams that the resume, for all intents and purposes, is 99% the same. Michigan, Rutgers, and Indiana. They've got good wins. They've got bad losses. They have stretches where they've looked inept. They've had stretches where they look like they could play their way into being a 5 seed in the NCAA tournament. All 3 of them look the same. The problem for Indiana is they lost head-to-head at home to both teams. And I think there are going to be 2 of those 3 that make it. Right now, I have the Hoosiers on the outside looking in. But if Indiana evens the score against Michigan on a neutral court and has a good showing against Illinois, maybe they flip the Michigan narrative. If they beat Illinois in round 2, they're 100% in.
All right. Thank you for your time.
Thanks for having me.